Yes, I predict on this day, Saturday, that internet sales will skyrocket for November and December. And I'll tell you why I think that. About a month ago, a friend of mine and I were talking just casually, and he says, "Well, I think supply and demand is going to be a problem for the holidays." And I said, "Really, you do?" So yeah, because we're just starting to get trucking going again a little bit, so stores that haven't had deliveries but like once a month for a couple months, it's starting to pick up in this particular area. Um, but here's the reason that I think it. I asked some employees of Walmart today. I said, "So what do you think supply and demand for the holidays?" And they said, "Well, we don't have any stock in the back room. It's the lowest I've ever seen it working here." And I said, "Really?" They said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, I mean, you guys still getting a lot of deliveries and stuff?" And they said, "Well, no." I said, "Oh my gosh." So, um, that doesn't sound good. And they were busy trying to stock away when I was over there this evening. Um, and you kind of don't normally see them that early because, the stores stock after they close because they're not open 24 hours anymore. But, in the last couple months, a lot of the stores are so short of stuff, at the Walmarts and CVS and Dollar Tree and the Dollar Generals and stuff like that. So, it's kind of concerning. Um, Even Walmart is like starting to have like toilet paper storages and stuff. It's just strange. So, that's a concern. They have no onboard stock in the store. Um, Deliveries are still lagging. Now, there may be another stimulus check comes in. I kind of think that they're going to do one, but it won't be named stimulus, like right before Christmas to build the economy back up. And it might be really low, it might be medium, it might be high, but I'm kind of thinking they're really going to do that much. I just wish they'd stop sending stuff overseas. Um, and that's going to make people buy. So, I really kind of feel like there might be a fourth stimulus just to build the economy. Otherwise, they don't care. They don't care about us. Um, so, uh, deliveries. What a mess. Um, and then, so we have still kind of a shortage of truck drivers. And then here's the next problem getting deliveries: fuel. We're having a lot of problems with fuel because it's getting higher by the second. And they always raise it for the holidays, each holiday too. That's another problem. Okay. A lot of people relocating to different states. And like this cool Florida governor who keeps telling everybody to come to Florida about move the Floridians out. um, there's nothing to rent. Um, so, those are my concerns there. Um, and if there's, a shortage in the stores, in the retail stores, the brick and mortar, okay, so that they don't have the stock, not enough deliveries, and it'll probably get tougher because of fuel. Gotta have fuel. I mean, there's other alternatives. They've got trains You know, when we lost on fuel before, they were running trains, airplanes, so forth and so on. But you got to remember, airplanes are restricted so much now, and it takes so much time to get on a plane and all that because of all the checks and the testing and all that other junk. Um, it's going to stagger that, which is going to stagger the United States Postal Service because they're going to drag their butt and they're probably asking for another raise. So that will be problematic, especially for internet sales. It was U.S. Post Office. They're going to pull another one because they're dragging their butt as is. It's absolutely horrible. The other ones that will probably benefit from that would be like UPS and DHL and stuff like that. And they'll probably take over the market for delivery because post office is going to be bad. And, if you're doing internet sales, then, you have to change alternative shipping. The post office is going to be terrible because some people promise in a certain amount of time or whatever, and if the post office starts really lagging, you're going to have to search for another service, which will probably be higher. And a lot of those are. I mean, if you have a commercial account, you can get some good deals. But not everybody's commercial account that's on the internet selling. A lot of that's home business too, your stuff is made on Amazon and eBay and Etsy and other sites. So I have a funny feeling all of us that are making stuff and listing it online, that whatever stock we've got could really sell well because the brick and mortar stores are having problems. Also, here's another thing. We're having a lot of trouble with orders from China because of all this arguing and all this mess. So that's a lot of it. Family Dollar told me one time that during the middle of the pandemic that the reason, there was really no toilet paper shortage because they had tons of it in the warehouses, but China just stopped shipping. They blocked the shipping, and the U.S. blocked it. So I think things are going to get very, very interesting. Just like doing online jobs, a lot of people are walking off jobs and going remote and doing it from the house, which, of course, with pandemic is much safer. And they have jobs for everything, engineering, everything. IT experts. My neighbor was IT, and one of the most wanted around, and a really smart guy. Um, his name is Chris. Super intelligent guy, and he's not that old. But he's sharp as a tack, I'm gonna tell you. But they fight over him. It is really, really good. But I'm thinking, and I'm naming a prediction right now. As of today, I predict internet sales will skyrocket for November and December. Really, I really believe that. I really do. I just have that feeling, And so if you're doing any internet sales or you make stuff or whatever, get everything you can listed. Because I think you're going to end up being that last resort when people can't get what they want and the stores don't have the stock and can't get it. Now, after, Christmas, I think that they'll do a lot better because all the orders will probably start being shipped in then. And they'll have massive amounts of stuff. And then I think that the prices will go down after Christmas because everybody have too much stock. Because it'll finally get there. Because it's not really coming back. So I think that's a thought too. But like I say, if you are doing internet or you have a product that you make or sell, I would definitely get it up on there. Find a site that you can get into and do it. If you get on Etsy, they pay by the day, by the week, by the month, however you like to do it. You just got to get a brick and mortar bank account because I've tried 4 of them and it wouldn't work unless I got just a stone cold brick and mortar. And you start up a bank account with like $50 and up. You just got to check around. And And they'll give you a card and everything, for your account and all. And then just use that for your business. I have different accounts for different things, so I have they're specifically for certain businesses. But yeah, I really, really think that um, internet's going to be incredible. So take my advice because I'm predicting this. I really believe this is going to happen because of what's going on. And Walmart's one of the biggest, strongest around, and it's been purchased by another company recently. It's not owned by the family anymore, and so you gotta follow by your leaders. Walmart sells huge amount, huge, huge, huge. Um, and Sam Walton's idea was to buy something at a really good price, get a ton of it, and stick it in storage. And that way he could spread the good price to the consumers. He did bulk. So, and the turnover is so high in those stores on their stock. It's just unbelievable. I'm in a tourist area of Florida, so, it can get really busy, during the holidays, whatever, and the stores just kind of empty out. But, other than that, right now, for several months, I mean, you'll go down some aisles that are just empty and the stuff's not coming for months. Certain products I've looked for is just not coming. Even Harbor Freight. Uh, I've been to Harbor Freight several times in the past couple months, and it's like there's not much in their store. There's stuff that's missing. So that's what I think. And let me know how you're doing on your internet sales or your brick and mortar sales or your problems. If you're having trouble getting deliveries, if your sales are down, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Why? Tell me what you think because I have a funny feeling the stores are going to empty out and then people are going to have to hit the internet because they can't get what they need because there won't be any. The supply and demand theory. You know what I mean? Supply and demand. So, tell me what you think because I got a funny feeling. I'm just feeling it now. Okay, really. It's sort of like feeling the lottery. Feeling that win. So, yeah. Let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you know or what you think. What's going on in your area? Do you know anybody in retail? Any of the stores? Your WalMarts? Anything? What do they say? Because I talked to several employees this evening, and it was interesting the answers I got. It was really, really interesting. Um, hey, we are talking about how internet sales I think are going to really skyrocket for November, December because supply and demand. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I still love you. um, what do you think? You think it's going to be pretty wild? I think it's going to be incredible. I think storage auctions will be good too because people are going to lose a bunch of stuff. Money is tough. Money is tough right now. But and there's still a ton of jobs in this area, a whole ton of them. But I think and don't think they're staying out of work because of the unemployment. Because the unemployment in Florida is the lowest pay in all the states. Trust me, I had it for a short time and it was like 125 a week. Ugh. And I was pulling 250 a day at my job, so that I worked for like the last 5 years. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Um, a lot of people I think are going remote for their work, and the storefronts are having problems getting employees. Um, and they're forcing the minimum wage up because of short employees. They're offering bonuses and everything else. It went down a little bit, but now I think it's coming back up, and I'm seeing more bonuses on the front of buildings if they could hire from stuff like even Wendy's, you know. So I think the way to fly is internet work Right now, there's so many jobs. I have looked and looked and looked. I've reviewed some more YouTube vlogs from some people that know about internet jobs. I watched one tonight that was just recently put up, and the guy's full of poo poo. Um, but I watched some of the others, and they were very interesting. Okay, so it's so cold today. Ugh. So, I think a lot of people are trying to go remote, and it's going to still hurt the workforce. But I mean, at least there's jobs. At least they're hiring, and we're not shutting down. So well, we won't know about old T-Mobile until probably around Monday. But yes, thank you so much. That still bothers me. It really does. Um, I just don't know. I may end up stuck with that darn unit. I hope they give me a good rebate on top of it or something to convince me. But I just really don't need to spend that much money. I hate they fooled me. It's just bad business. God, I would if I had to operate like that at a job like that. I couldn't sleep at night. I love people, and I'm just not one to lie or deceive somebody. I like to be straight up. Even in the car business, I was in it for a lot of years. I was very honest with people, extremely honest with people. My husband hated that, but I was very honest with people. I couldn't sell a car, that was a piece of crap. I couldn't sell a car that wasn't going to work for the people that, what they did for a living or they had kids or whatever. I was really honest. And that's just me, you know. I don't like to take anybody's money. I know how valuable money is from, you know, how many pennies are in a dollar, okay? It's just really important, especially now. And um, I just wouldn't be able to take money from people lying to them like that, just so I get a commission. Uh, it's not worth it. I sold commission in clothing, and some of the finest clothiers in California, from Rodeo Drive to Century City and Beverly Hills and Marina Del Rey, and um, I didn't lie to anybody. You know, I really was truly honest, and I made huge sales, huge. And I was one of the most wanted for many years on the retail market for sales because I was a hot dog. Yes, sir. I knew my product very well, and I was good at analyzing customers and seeing what it is they're looking for exactly, and not selling them the whole house. Yeah, real popular clothes designer Ralph Lauren. There's some very fine designers out there. Uh, you know, and it's funny because like a lot of the '70s stuff's now come back. All the bell bottoms, all that stuff is a big thing now. And the tie dye jeans and tie dye shirts, and a lot of the cool stuff platforms. When they bring Angel Flight slacks back on guys in stack heels, I'll say yeah. Um, because men wear it well, they do. Um, but yeah, so that's what I kind of think. I think it's going to be good, and I hope Uberman Tampa is hearing this too, because they're into the soap thing now, and I think they need to make sure their website's up to par because uh, it might be very good. And even at the shows, like they do shows and stuff and flea markets. I think that flea markets will do well, or any of these little trade show things or art show deals where people make their stuff or paintings, whatever. I think a lot of that's going to go big for the holidays because the stores aren't going to have anything. I just don't think they will. I don't think they're going to get the deliveries. And they're just not going to have enough. So that's what I think. But you can go ahead and comment below or tell me what you know or for your area, your state. With the fuel going up high and higher, I think we're going to be very problematic. Possible post office raise again. That would be horrible. Um, you know, I mean, rents are already high as it is, but you know how people do for Christmas. So not pay for everything and just buy Christmas and then regret it. But I think we'll see what happens. Tell me what you know, and I'll talk to you later. And do something kind for a stranger, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you.